Alrighty, hello and welcome back. Okay, so here we are on my mage, right? And this is just the next episode for you guys. However, I have a confession to make here. So I went ahead and I started playing around with the Huntress. If you didn't see my tutorial, I unlocked the Huntress and I unlocked, if you see down here that red dot, I unlocked the Huntress and the warrior or whatever he's called, the knight, something like that. Here he is right here. Anyways, yeah, the mighty knight. Okay, so I got curious and I took out the Huntress and I have not played mage since. Let me go ahead and switch over to her and I'm just gonna catch you up real quick. So 3.3 million Slor, 3.3 million gold. She is absolutely decked. She makes the mage look weak. Now, that being said, to be fair to my mage, he is not geared fully yet, and she's nowhere close to being done, but she's probably way higher level. Let me just start by saying this. I started this build with an arrow shot spam with immortal arrow as a backup. And then I finally got the arrow shot void arrow build online, which is basically you shoot one shot and then this. And then you see the purple, and it just bounces everywhere. Okay? There's a lot of planning to this build, but once you get it online, it absolutely destroys. So there's that. Now what I did is level 1, I took the bow of the trainee and ran battlefield -1 wrath, got some gear and some slorm, leveled up a bit, and did the initial, like I said, the arrow shot and immortal arrow builds. I got the arrow shot immortal arrow build. I got that going and got things bouncing off the walls, ricocheting, things like that. Felt really good. It wasn't until I got the void arrow setup online that it really started to pop off, though. But it was pretty good before that. So this took about 15 hours to get from level 1 to 100. As you can see, she's already level 100. We've already been running in-game stuff, and I'm having an absolute blast. I'm going to show you all the gear in a second. Now, I went ahead and capped all 3 specializations on her because I'm switching back and forth between a couple different ones, and it's actually it's a lot more fun. I wasn't really able to do that on the mage because you have to have that one specialization to do what I was doing, but I can jump back and forth on her, and it's actually quite good. And then I was running out of gold constantly. It was an absolute pain because the gold wouldn't come to you, and I thought surely there was a way to do this. Well, I got a piece of gear, one of 3 that I'm aware of, that gives you an increased radius of gold and slore and other pickup, mostly gold, but the piece that I got does gold, slore, and pretty much everything else. And just that one piece made it so now I'm accumulating way more gold. Plus, I have like a gold and slorm find. I keep saying slore, but I mean slorm. So excuse me. I know I've said that wrong a million times, but you'll have to excuse me. I don't know why I keep saying slore. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm also easily able to run the Forge Wrath 6+. I can run Wrath 10 in breaches now, which is not really a problem. I picked up in the Netherworld where my mage left off, and now I'm on. We're going to go and try to fight a bunch of the warlords. Now I may actually get destroyed because I'm in my farming build, but that's what we're going to run to start with. And if it doesn't work, then I'll reconsider. And then finally, I will use this class to build my mage and if I take the knight out, because the ultimate goal here is to farm the nether armor. Now that's going to take me forever just to get her a full set. But once she has a full set, I should be able to farm no problem. And yeah, make no mistake, there is a ton of farming in this game, which I am enjoying quite a bit. It's actually quite a bit of fun. But for some people, you may just get bored of this, and I can understand that as well. At this point, though, I don't think I'm going back to mage for a while. I am still going to play the mage, but I need to get the right gear set up and all that, and it's hard enough to get one character really geared. So I'm going to focus on her first. When you see the power of this, you'll understand why. Okay, now, Oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention. You can level up a piece of armor at the blacksmith. It takes a legendary fragment of some sorts, plus it costs about 5 or 6 thousand gold each time you do it. And at that time, I didn't have much gold, so of course you can't go but a couple levels. If you really wanted to take something from, like, let's say level 75 to 100, you could do it. I wouldn't, unless it's a legendary that you just have to have. But the regular legendaries are going to get easily outclassed by the nether gear anyways, and the only way you can get that is in the nether world. The primal nether world will unlock when we beat the baby version, which is what I'm working on right now, and then we'll really be able to farm the stuff. So anyways, all that to say, let's take a look at a couple of things that I've done with her. All right, boom. Well, first of all, let's start with this. I have all the bows unlocked, so with the exception of the ones that I cannot unlock right now, which are only 2 of them, which are these 2. One is for the Adam Gnostis trial, and the other one's for killing the final boss, which obviously I can't do yet. But the rest of them, we're good to go. So that's that. I also wanted to show you the profile page. You can see I've absolutely been destroying with her because I've been playing almost 28 hours since the last time you saw the mage. That's how much fun I've had. Again, 118 of 120 here. I'm going to cap some more primordial reapers at some point, but it's not necessary right this second. I mean, I've already done 4,400 breaches, and he's only done 5,000, and he's been played for almost 65 hours. So she is just so much faster. I have made more progress in this. This affects the end game in the nether world. So, yeah, there is that to be said. I have almost 100 hours on this game, and I'm just getting started. I feel like I know it's so much better. The crafting is amazing. There's even more crafting that we haven't even unlocked yet when we get to the nether gear. It's so cool, man. There's just so much. Okay, anyways, I keep blabbering along. Let's get to the gear. All right, boom. Now, this is the wrong helm as far as the legendary affix goes, but otherwise, I mean, I've got level 10 on everything, and they're all level 100s. So I'm just going to quickly mouse over what I have for now. Now, keep in mind, some of these stats are specifically for farming gold. So gold is huge. If you don't have gold coming in, you're not going to be able to do what you need to do. And of course, I've learned that kind of the hard way. These are the bracers I was telling you about. It's plus gold is fine, and then increases gold is Slormite, Slorm lines, blah blah blah, fragments, all this crap, collection radius. That right there just completely changed the game. I only got it at level 81, but I don't care. I gotta use it. I have a pair of 100 bracers, but there's no way I can run it without this now. Okay, and then you can see here where we're at. I mean, this is without the good bow. So 66k attack. All right, I have 56% chance to evade. This is my elemental resistance, and then this is my armor. So not bad at all. We have max life, we have mana, average elemental damage. Now, that's the gear. Of course, I'm running. Oh, I did max this out. The ultimatum of profound depth, just to give us some reduction in area damage. And then I'm still running the Rune of Astoris, Thornbite Rune, and Enhancement Rune. I still need to level these up, man. There's been so many things to do that this has just been put on the back burner for right now. So that's her gear. Now let's go into what I have attributes. Now initially when I leveled her, I did all dex. All right, so I had this one capped out. You always need to do at least the first 15 points need to go into this. I have some additional points, so I threw them in here. And by all means, this build is nowhere close to being done in terms of what I'm going to put on my gear. I think that's part of what I made a mistake with my mage, trying to do it all at once, and I kept running out of gold. Instead of just getting a full set of level 100 gear and rolling the normal stats and then adding stuff later, I tried to do each piece all at once, which... yeah, it just blew through my money. Anyways, I'm running this because it has movement speed, like slower find, Goldus, magical item increase, all kinds of stuff. So really, this is just amazing for that. Now let's look at our skills. Now, what I actually run for the main build is going to be different than what I run for the gold stuff. But this, I went ahead and maxed everything out on this tree, like literally everything. And then you can see what build I'm running here with the little gold. It puts it on the left now. This is like a new feature. But you can see the little gold outline is what it is if I'm going to run that. This is what I ran at the very beginning. Architect of Death is what you start with. Sharpshooter of the Wild, that's what I'm going to run when I'm not gold farming. But I went ahead and maxed every node in this tree as well. And you can see what I have equipped there. It's not even capped yet. Nor is this, and nor is this. Now this is the one I'm running when I'm trying to gold find, or gold farm, I should say. So I'm just going to hover over the each gold node so you know where it's at. And it's also on the left there, which is right here. Okay, now, and again, this is also not capped out yet, but we'll get there. Arrow shot is, it's important, but it's only there so that you can reset your happiness. So basically, you always want her to not be happy. She kind of needs to be in the middle. And that's where, what that does is it triggers Void Arrow to be automatic. This is normally a channeled shot, but it's not going to be because it's going to be instant. So, and you'll see when we get out there, but these are all of these. This is the build for it. I capped that full tree. This is what you start with this. When at the very beginning, I started with this, and you have to level up till you get that. And this is the build for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is fine, but again, Void Arrow is where you want to be. Okay. Now, I know this is not going to really explain the build. I'm trying not to spend all my time sitting here. This is where we're at for where I've chosen to go down, like what route. But here's the beauty of this, and I did not realize this until just recently. Like, see, I have this maxed, right? If I right-click on that and then put it here, I already have these maxed. So, boom, I can just switch back and forth. If I want elemental damage to be shooting out from stuff, and there's a reason why I'd want that, for the gold farming, I can just do that. Or I can right-click, take it off, boom, and now I have this capped. So what I did was, like, for the main build, I use this and this, and for the gold farming build, I use this and this. I believe that's what it is, yeah. So I would just uncheck these two and check those, and boom, we're ready to go. The rest of it's the same. You have raw damage. You just want a lot of raw damage with this. And projectile speed can't hurt. And then, of course, this is raw damage as well. Okay, so that's that. I didn't realize you could just check it and uncheck it. So that's pretty amazing. All right, sorry. I know I'm talking a lot. There's a lot to catch up on. What else? I bought the bows you could buy, as an example, from Corey. Here's where my affinities are, in case you're wondering. I've done a little bit of work on this, but not much, and I know I have a bunch of stuff down here. That one's 19,000. That's ridiculous. So yeah, that's where those are at. I went ahead and just bought this, but I haven't actually used this one yet, not on this character anyways. And then the final thing, I spent some time leveling up Orlin. I went up a little bit on this. There's really no need to have that much, I don't think, but I did it anyways because I'm an idiot. I capped out Pure Stat Chance, and then Pure Stat Max Score is at 51.75%. It's actually at 115, but you can't see it because this text overlaps each other, which is a bit annoying. Anyways, I got a ways to go to farm this to get this maxed out, which is going to be one of the next objectives. But I'd like to keep moving in the Netherworld for right this second, and I want to show off the build in its full, well, almost full capacity. Now, keep in mind, there is only one piece of my gear has like the triple stats at the bottom, the Astarius affinity, which is not going to do me any good with the bow I'm using. It has the Void Arrow Mastery, which every single piece of my gear should have, which is going to make it even more ridiculous, and then toughness or something else, some other stat. But right now, I'm not going to worry about it because we're going to be changing all this anyway, so it's irrelevant since I'm already strong enough. Okay, I also went and took her and beat Adnam Nostros, no problem there. And then I also went and cleared level 150 in the temple again, so I could get that bow as well. So, all that said, we are still here. You can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, those 4 warlords have been defeated. And what we're going to do today, assuming that I don't get absolutely destroyed, is we're going to try to go ahead and do I've gotten these all set up and we're ready to go. So basically, for this one, you have to clear the 3 around it. Then for this one, you clear the 3 around it. For this one right here, For this guy, you have to clear these 3, and each one of these, I don't know if I explained this last time, probably did not because I was still learning it, but essentially if you click on this, it tells you like the level of the guys, but then it tells you what you're going to have as a guaranteed cataclysm, and then everything, it also gives you a bonus on the pure stats and minimum score, and it tells you what you could get in that area. All right, so basically when we beat this area initially, and then we go into the primal version of this where everything's level 100 plus, then we can farm for the stuff we want, and this will be come in handy later because you can actually transplant these things onto nether gear in slots that you would normally not be able to do that in. I'm not going to go into all the details right now, but basically that's why I'm storing a bunch of stuff, because it may be needed, it may not. And also, oh crap, there's something else I forgot to show you guys, but okay, I'll go back to that in a second. Anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick, we're going to look at the guy and see what he has here, right? So you're looking, as of right now, building up this nether charge, okay, all between that and that board here, with this, whatever this influence is for the realms, that determines how high of a chance you have of getting a nether drop, and in this case it's showing a 2% chance. That is literally terrible. So what I'm going to do is ideally you're going to pick somewhere where it's like multiples of the same type, and then you have a better chance of getting one of them. You can also re-roll each. You'll get 3 choices of like legendaries that can roll the nether gear, and if you have 100,000 Slorm, you can roll all 3, like each one once. So three re-rolls, 1 per. You'll understand. Basically, you get 3 options on the screen, and each one can be rolled once. So hopefully that helped. Okay. Now we're just going to look around. Now, it says I already have this. Okay, so this must be because it's in my legendary stash, and that's something else I unlocked. Actually, let's go take a look at that because it was confusing me. Why on earth? So basically it said 100k on any one of these that I clicked, right? I thought it was going to be 100k for each, which meant I was going to have to spend 1,000,000 gold. I'm like, well, that's definitely an in-game thing. Turns out it was only 100k, which is not anywhere near as bad. And this is basically just stores whichever one you want to put in there. So these are all the ones that I currently have, which of course freed up some slots in my normal inventory. So I'll just go through, like that's an example of one I got from the Shadow Realm, or the Nether Realm, or whatever. Whatever the hell it's called, I don't know. Okay, so my stash now looks a little different. So these are the legendaries I already have copies of. This was from the Nether whatever, and so was this, which I think you guys saw. But all these greens, they just have stats that I put as I'm interested in to be able to transplant. Movement speed is pretty big, by the way. Evasion, gold find, So anyways, these are the greens and the whites. And then all the blues and the yellows are here. That's just storage. I'm storing some yellows, like level 100 and high 100s yellows for the mage, just in case I want to try to do that later. And this is the follow over that. And then this was my gear set from back when I was running him before the Huntress, before I got her all decked out. So that's all. And then each one after that is a friggin' $1 million. So we'll get there eventually, but not right now. Money is still pretty tough to come by right now, but once I get my full gold farming build online, I don't think it'll be as bad. But it's still going to be pretty rough. Okay, now, where else? So now I may walk in here and immediately get killed. I know that running it should be okay, but what I don't know is, like, each one of these has, I believe this is saying that all 3 of these, either it's saying that I've done them, or it says that all 3 of them are going to have this effect, in which case that could be pretty scary. My guess is it's going to have the effect. So now this, I want this helm. I need, even though it says I have this in my storage, I really need a higher version tier of that. But what do we have here? Chance to resummon, lightning bolts, and attack speed and movement speed. That actually might not be that bad. All right. Well, the goal here is once I use my 2%, it's going to reset this charge, and I'm just going to go kill all these guys anyway. I just really don't care. I can't be bothered. They want you to farm these areas before you go, but I'm not going to worry about it because I need legendaries, I guess, as well. So, okay. So, well, we got to start somewhere, right? So let's just start here, I guess. Sure. Okay. Now remember, this is my my gold farming. I got to get it online here. Okay. You can see, like in the forge, I'm doing over 3 million damage. And you can see how the gold just flies to me when I get close to it. So, now I don't know how this is going to translate to, I don't know how this is going to translate to the boss. Like, I don't know if I'm going to run out of mana or what. But when you're in here, all you're doing is constantly getting, bombarded with negative stuff, right? So what you'll see me doing for this build is just shooting, and like I shoot with my left click, then I shoot with my right click, and I have to make sure she's always, what is that called? Always delighted. Like, well, it shows a not happy face. That's all I know. But this is just so much faster than the mage. It's like, why would I not continue with this? You know? See how it went up with like a green there? We don't want it to be green. And the other thing is, I should have like almost double those arrows. I just don't have the right. I have a shoulder piece, but I want to get it in nether if I can. There's a lot to this. Let me just put it that way. Now there is definitely a possibility that I'll die, but ooh, I don't like this. Another thing that's happening is it's creating these black holes that are just like one-shotting things. So if you're wondering what that is. If you want more information on the build, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll make a guide, or I'll send you to a guide of someone that did it. Now we have to get enough of these. We have to get it high enough here, so we can actually go fight the Lord. So this is essentially what I've been doing, is farming this stuff. Look at all this luscious gold. That arrow is so annoying. Oh, finally. The ice is also really annoying. Okay. Okay, get out of my way, please. Thank you. Okay, so we closed all those breaches. Alrighty, let's see, where are we headed? You can see the black holes like overlap and jump the fence, which is kind of cool. Alright, so tell me, what do you guys think of this already? Like, is this, would you continue with this, or would you keep going with the mage? I mean, I know there's going to be some people that are like, oh yeah, I like the mage better, but no, there's no way. See, with the mage, again, I like the mage, but, and I did specifically pick a class that's like, kind of like a pet build, if you will. But then I started whining about not being able to actually do the damage, right? Which is pretty stupid. Also, you can get a decent number of legendaries out here, too. Okay. I got hit by that twice. Are you serious right now? Yeah, it's just with the gold find. If I can do this with my gold find set, not even with my main bow that does like 3 times the damage, what does that tell you about this particular build? Like, I mean, there's just no denying that this is really strong. So basically, all this is breaches, but harder, right? So again, you could potentially look at this and be like, wow, so I get to do the exact same thing, but make it even more difficult? Cool. I think it's okay, though. And it is an ARPG. That's kind of what we're here for, right? If you run a lot of the, what am I trying to say? what's it called, the forge and stuff, and you see a lot of the negatives there, you'll be very familiar with what you're going to have to do, what you're going to have to put up with, things like that. Or if you just run normal breaches and you run, you know, you're going to get some occasionally there too. Okay, so we're going to have to pop into the third one and just close one or two, and then that'll be that. Yeah, it's almost a joke in the forge, man. I think I could easily run way higher, but there's just no sense in struggling, so... Okay, there you go. Alright, here it is. Here's our first experience. I have no idea if I'll be able to survive this or not. But here we go. Okay, well, so far, not great. Well, it's not going to be fast, I'll tell you that much. You do have to kill all the minions, or at least most of them. So you can see AoE clear, it's absolutely insane at that, but when I go invisible like that, I'm completely immune, by the way. You saw that invisible, or invincible shield. I don't know if you saw it or not, but... So if I get in trouble, I just hit that. Can't move. Yeah, definitely not the fastest kill I've ever seen in the world. That doesn't give me a lot of hope for the, maybe I shouldn't be using my farming build for this. I don't know if it'd be that much faster, though, if I'm being honest. If it wasn't for them giving me, like, things to kill, I would have already run out of mana. That's for sure. Okay, let's go. I keep messing up my thing. When it goes green, you know I messed it up. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is actually not... I was hoping for a little bit more power than this. So if this is what I have to look forward to, these guys are pretty tough. I can't see what the health says on there. 30 million. That's probably why. Okay, well, we still won, so that's good. Alright, so we got 2 legendaries just because. So let's see what we got here to start with. Okay, I don't think we need that one. I don't think we need that one. And I don't think I need that one. That's too bad, but alright, cool. We still got a bunch of cool stuff. Alright, now, here it is. So we've already seen this once. And, of course, we did not get it. So now we have to re-roll. So... Oh, see, so the little check thing shows you whether you have it or not. Okay, I was wondering if it was going to do that. Interesting. Okay, so now that's why I have all this Slorm, in case you're wondering. So, so does this mean if I re-roll this, it's guaranteed, like, well, not guaranteed. If I were to re-roll this, and I happen to get another piece, would it be guaranteed this helm? I don't know that part, right? This is not the helm I want for Nether. But even if you no matter what you get, if you get a Nether, you take it because you can make it what you want it to be. So, Alright, well, we're gonna roll all 3 of them, so who cares, right? Oh my god, it's an Awoken. I have to take that. Oh, that's an 82. Ugh. That is so lame. Okay, so that shows that it's not the same one, so at least we know that now. And you can see these all have stuff on them. You see that? Interesting. And we'll re-roll this too. So we did not get it. Since we didn't get one, I don't think we lose our multiplier. So I'm going to look at each one. This is actually the one that's used in the build, the main build, not the gold farming build, which is why I was excited to see that, except that it's not level 100, which is pretty annoying to me. I can't remember what level the one I have in my vault was. I think it's 60-something. All right, well. I mean, part of me wants to take something I don't have, and the other part of me, I'm going to be running and killing these guys, over and over. So does it really matter? I think I'm just going to take this because who knows when the next time I'll be able to get this is. So boom, there it is. I don't know if that was the right thing, the right call or not, but who cares? Okay, so that's just the example. I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll just kill all these guys on camera, but no, I don't think that's going to happen. So, so now if we go up here, he'll be dead. Wait, over here, I mean. I don't know which one it is, but yeah, oh, it's one of, maybe it's that one. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Oh, and if you're wondering, this is the bow for the completion of the Adam Nostris trial. That's one of the two that I'm missing right now. Okay, well, that certainly puts it into perspective. Let's go ahead and let's just quickly look and see which one I'm missing. I know for you guys, I mean, I've been playing this for so long. Yeah, 63, and now I have it. At least I have a level 82 version of it, so that's good. Okay. I was trying to convert this helm into that by rolling the legendary on it, because I added a legendary. This is the first time I had ever done that, and then I rolled it multiple times and did not get what I need. But now I know that there's 4, 8, 12, 16, 19 things it can roll. So I had no idea there was that many of them, obviously, right? So, okay. So yeah, the bottom line is that is the real endgame. I really should probably be using my main build. So as an example, if we want to try it without the farming build, I mean, I'm still going to keep these. I think I'll still keep that on so that the gold comes to me, because now I just can't imagine myself doing it without it. But let me switch some things over, and I'll see if I can even remember how to play the... I have to undo this whole thing. I wish there was a way to just uncheck everything. You see at the bottom where it says, do something to add 10 points. But I wish I could just full... Yeah. That might take too long. I don't know if that's worth the trouble, but I have to do a bunch of different changes to do that. But yeah, I probably should be running my my best stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are y'all playing this game right now? If so, are y'all running the mage? Are y'all running the huntress? I mean, I still think the mage is going to be badass once you get the full gear on him and everything. And again, remember, she could be so much more powerful. Just think if I had Void Arrow in every one of these slots. That would be bonkers. You know? It would be just absolutely insane. Oh, whoops, I need to add these if I don't already have them in here. Let's see. Okay, so I already have a pair in there. Okay, so the one that I got is slightly higher level. This one has the elemental damage thing on it. Okay, that was new. And then, of course, we know we have that other one, so... Okay, and then we just got some stuff with max life and armor. These are all things that will be... I think you can take them from any slot. It may have to just be the base stat. I'm not sure. But, you know, there's an example of a max life. The thing is, though, really, I want level 100 stuff. 98 to, or 97 to 100 is really what you want to save. But I figured having something would be better than having nothing, just in case. So, you got to start somewhere, right? So, anyways. Oh, why was that off? Did I not have that on the whole time? Oh my god, that's so annoying if I did. Anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much that. That's just a quick update on where we're at currently. I'm going to go ahead and clear these warlords. Again, the warlord damage didn't look that impressive, but that when you're in this particular dimension, like the baby version, before it goes to the infernal version, it forces you to be in Wrath's tier 6. You don't get to choose what Wrath you go in on. as far as I'm aware. Actually, let's just double check that one more time here. It does not give you a wrath indicator, right? But then this is on 6. So what if I put this on 9 and then did this? Let's just see what happens. If I put that on 9, will it still... Wait, which one did I clear? Oh, I must have cleared one down here. Oh, interesting. I'm glad I unlocked the legendary stuff, because that would have been really annoying. Okay, lightning, increase blah blah blah, and blindness. Okay. I don't know why my bow is starting like maxed out in happiness. That's really kind of annoying now. Okay, now what was I looking for? I already forgot why I came in here. Wow, it's... I've completely lost why I'm here. I just got a legendary though, so that's nice. I cannot believe that I cannot remember why I walked in here. You guys are probably going to be laughing at me. Oh, right. It's still on 6. There it is. I knew there was a reason. Alright, whatever. Let's run it and just see what happens, right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I die, and then we're done, so... Oh, there's another legendary. Oh, that's just a fragment. Never mind, we're good. I've just been absolutely chain running things, so... and again, I've been having quite a bit of fun, so... Doesn't seem all that difficult on 6. But the boss... See, when you get to the primal version of it, they won't be taking any prisoners. Everything will be on max level, probably. I don't know. Yeah, there's the shadow clone stuff. Pretty annoying. All those are different, like, what do I call them? The negative breaches, whatever the heck that's called. The build's not hard to play, but it's definitely harder than just spamming the same thing over and over, right? I mean, obviously. I certainly wouldn't classify this as, like, super hard to play, but it's slightly more challenging. Oh my gosh. I hate this place sometimes. Because it's... I mean, is it really necessary to have all these walls everywhere? What does it slow me down? I know, right? Yeah, I guess I really should like focus with the build that's actually doing all the damage. We'll try one more like this. But yeah, this basically just hard caps you at 6. I mean, I have to assume it's just because I don't have this anywhere near optimized. They probably expect you to have, like, you know, proper rolls in every slot at this point, so... And if that's the case, I mean, I could go try to do that. It's not like I don't have the gold. I just want to see if I can get away with not doing it, you know? On this gear. But... the way this is looking, I'm not going to be getting that stuff anytime soon anyway, so... One thing that I don't really care for, though, is the fact that it hard locks you at, like, 80, 85, 86, like, level gear and stuff. Like, I really wish it was just all 100, dude. I don't really see the point in... Oh, crap, I could have gone down this way. This blindness is just... Ugh. Kind of annoying. I keep saying, like, it sounds like I hate this game, but no, I really don't. I love this shit. It's really cool. I have just been no-lifing this. And I'm going to more than likely do it with night, too, at some point. I don't know if it'll be immediately or if I'll, I'll take a small break maybe from it for a little while. Come back to it. See, that guy has 2 million health and it was no problem. So, I'm not really sure. Maybe there's like a armor penalty or something for them being like warlords. It would make sense. I mean, I wouldn't expect to just walk in there and absolutely destroy him, right? If it took this guy that long, I can only imagine how long it would take for the mage, though. Although the mage kind of has the luxury of just kind of sitting back and like whatever. Also, that circle of fire, you may notice a difference. There was a patch that happened where it used to be like a three-way, like a burst of fire, and now they changed it to where it's like a circle. Okay. All right, here it is. Let's see. Let's see how bad we do. Oh, so it's another Huntress. Interesting. Yeah, maybe it was just that guy was tanky. I don't know. Oh, now we've got a whole nother tier of her? Oh, okay, she put up a shield or something. What's going on with my buttons here? Come on now. Okay, there it is. We got her, no problem. Alright, so yeah, my farming build is more than enough to take her down. Perfect. Okay, now, so I have 2 of the 3 of these. Raw damage multiplier. Okay. That could be good for the main build and not so much for the gold farming, but of course I'm going to re-roll everything, because obviously, right? Alright. So we did get a different piece. Alright. Okay. Imbued, no, and boom. And we didn't get that again. Okay. So we don't have any of these 3, so now the question is, what do I want to take? Life, armor. So you're going to have to ignore the yellow stats, because this is just for the pure stat farming. It's not really what I want for this particular character. I'm just doing it for farming across the board. I don't think any of these are that particularly interesting, so I guess I'll just take the ring. Emergency healing. Or we could do imbued skills, apply burn to enemies hit. I mean, that could be good, actually. Sure. Alright, well that wasn't that bad. So, good to know. Alright, so we did 2 of them on camera. That's not too terrible. We've got 115k Goldus. That's not great, but for 8 minutes, that's not bad. And plus, we weren't really... I could go somewhere else and get more than that, obviously, but... Okay, not bad at all. Okay, well, hopefully this has given you... See, now that turned back off. Maybe when you beat it, it turns it off, because I know I had that on last time, right? In any event, though, I know this was like a knowledge dump, so I do hope that you got something out of it. And I will just go ahead and, once again, just kind of slowly go through these. In case you were wondering, this is the one you buy from the blacksmith. No, I mean, not the blacksmith. Corey. This is the one you get for the end of the temple, 150. This is the one you buy from the wizard bro. and these two you combined. Gold Scourge, you just level 50 for both of these, and then it unlocks this, and when you cap this out, you get all 3 of these as those. So I'll just show those off. You don't really need to run the primal version of it though, but that's what I'm running as part of my gold find build, which is severely lacking in damage. So if you want to see what I'm talking about here, oh, I never did said this either. So here's the bow I said you could initially go from the regular Adam Nostrus bow all the way up to this one, and then you could flip over and use this one too, right? So that's actually, watch this, 48, 438. If I was just using this one, I jump up to 51, which is not a huge jump. By the way, I got my Bow of the Trainee to level 400. That would never caps. So if I were to put that on, watch the experience, 3,178%, but 49,000 damage versus 51. So not that much of a difference between these two. But when I jump to this, to the big boy, boop, 168,000, and that's nothing compared to what it could be after I do all the gear right. So this is my main bow, which is why I'd probably be melting those guys if I had the main build going. And I'm sorry I didn't show you that. It's really the same thing, except I'm able to use this instead of going invisible and being completely immune. I roll. That's the only difference. So, in case you're wondering, but otherwise, it's basically the same build. So, anyways, I hope that sheds some light on it. And you know, for that build, I would take these two out and put these two on, and then you're set there. And then as far as skills, I think I had already covered all this. This, I would undo this whole thing, and I'm going to put it into all decks for now. And then once I roll gear with a bunch of bonuses on it, I'll start moving stuff around then. But I think all decks is probably the way to go. If you want, you could get some Fury as well. Or you can even do Determination, I think. Or, you know, some Savagery, some Fury, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of different ways you could build it, but anyways, again, I hope that gives you a good idea of what's going on, and the fact that I'm beating these guys with my my weakest build should definitely show you how strong she is. This build is absolutely fun as all heck. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed. If you found yourself learning anything here and you don't mind hitting that thumbs up button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new here or you don't mind subscribing to the channel, if you enjoy the content and want to to be alerted, obviously, when I post something new, you can subscribe as well, and that would be an amazing time to do it. And also, let me know down in the comments if you are playing the Slormancer, what class you're playing. Did you start out as mage because I did, or did you have a different idea? If you're playing the knight, let me know how that's going. Are you playing the archer? Are you playing a completely different build? I'd love to hear about it, so let me know. All right, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.